All right, hey guys, I am back with another message for you guys, and today the title of this particular message is titled Breakthrough, Don't Quit. And this particular word was given to me through two different dreams that I have had within the last week, and they were very vivid. They were very, I'll just say, heart piercing and very, very full of pertinent information for whoever this message is for. And like I said, I know that these messages are not for everyone, but if you were led here, then my prayer is that you came with the intention to hear, the intention to receive, and as always, that you would take it back to our Father in heaven, the Most High, in prayer. But this particular subject matter comes by way of me, myself, having prayed for this particular area of my life that we currently have in the works. It has affected my family, our just our household in general. And so we know we've been praying for a breakthrough concerning so many different things, concerning our resources, concerning our home, concerning our location, concerning our relocation, concerning just all the different things that we've had over the last 3.5 years as a challenge. And so many of you are being called to your breakthrough moment, and the title is Breakthrough and Don't Quit, because in these dreams it was very vivid as to how the things will come about for you. And so if I'm not sure if you guys are used to fasting and praying or doing the combination of the two, I pray that you're praying daily, but fasting, everyone's not there. But maybe this is the call for someone to actually incorporate that alongside your prayer, because this breakthrough is going to require everything that you have to not give up, because you're being attacked in so many different ways, as am I. And so, like I said, I'll just go ahead and get into the thoughts that were given to me as this title message was given. And so this move will happen. The finances are coming, not just a little bit, but an overflow of abundance. It will be sweet like honey. And that's what I keep visualizing. It's like a honeycomb. It's a honeycomb, but it's dripping honey. And so it's not just a dried up honeycomb. It's not just one, not a honeycomb that's old or dried up. It's dripping with honey. It will be sweet. It won't be how you imagined it, but how our Father in heaven planned it. That part is something that's significant to many of you that is watching this message. It's not going to look how you specified it or how you planned it out or how you envisioned it. I know a couple of videos back, I actually posted, in reference to getting in alignment of what it is that our Father wills for you instead of your own will. Because when you do it like that, then now you're praying amiss. You're not taking the time to consider everything that He is trying to tell you, trying to present to you, and even just open His hand, just trying to give you. And when you start to do things out of your own might, out of your own will, it ends up, you can end up receiving a counterfeit. And that kind of happens to be our circumstances right now. We've received the counterfeit of what the enemy has dressed up to be something good, which we thought we prayed for, and it's just not been good. It's not been good. Nothing good has come from it. It's been very sorrowful. It's been very depleting. It's been very emotional. It's been all of those things. And so I know this resonates with a lot of you. You are going through circumstances where you feel like there is not a way out, like you can't breathe, like you're drowning. And speaking of drowning, I'm going to get into the first dream. But many of you are called to your Joseph moment. Your Joseph moment means that you're going from the pit to the palace. You're going from the pit to the palace. You're going from the pit where nobody wanted to pour into you. You weren't wanted. You were left for dead. But all of a sudden now you're in the palace and you have authority. You have resources. You have the ability to steward over something that you didn't even intend to have to steward over, because He prepared it that way. And then others of you are preparing for your Jabez moment. Your Jabez moment is something that, because of how you are, because of your heart posture, because of your faithfulness, because of your ability to see who you are and not cause the enemy's deceptive practices to taint your vision or your connectivity with our Father in heaven, you are receiving your Jabez moment. And so the first dream actually came by way of, it was so this dream, I in this dream, it was like I was sitting over a lake, or just hovering over a lake. I was not there in person, but I'm watching this person. And as this person is nearing a dam, he falls into the dam wheel. And the dam wheel is, propelling the water to fall down over the wall into the lake. And he falls into the wheel. And he proceeds to fall down the flow of water into this lake. But as he hit the lake, the top sheet of the water, the top layer of the water turned into a sheet of ice. And it was thin, but it was thick enough for him to not be able to surface. And so I'm looking at this man. I'm praying for him in this particular dream that he's okay. And so he goes down, and, a couple of seconds pass, and then he tries to surface. And that's when he realizes that there is a thin sheet of ice. And so I'm thinking in my head, I'm praying that this man just don't quit, just don't give up, don't give up. And so he goes down goes down far enough, swimming far enough down away from the surface for him to make an impact. And when he comes back up, he makes enough of an impact, and it opens up enough of an airway for him to stick his face out of the sheet of ice. And then he continues to, tread water underneath the surface. And as he's doing that, he's taking the breath. He's regaining his strength. He's also now able to regroup himself and swim to the shore. So not only does he meet his breakthrough moment because he didn't quit, not only was he faced with a challenge that he didn't see coming, but he is also able to have that breakthrough moment because he didn't quit. He could have done that. And now in my mind, as I'm, interpreting this dream and I'm receiving the interpretation of this dream and what it spoke to me, is it speaks the same for many of you. You feel like you're drowning. You feel like it's no way out. You feel like this is the last of the last. And in this very moment, you've given all you can give. This is the last thing that you have. And if it doesn't work out, you don't know what will. You feel like you're being obedient. You're being faithful in prayer. You're fasting. You're talking to our Father. You're listening for his voice. You're discerning these things now at this phase of the circumstances, but you're still looking for your breakthrough. So I'm here to tell you, do not quit, because it's when you least expect it, that breakthrough is going to happen. You're going to be able to breathe. You're going to resurface. You're going to have everything that you need to be able to get you to the next destination. And so that's what I'm, it's written that you guys are going to prosper. You're going to prosper. If this message is meant for you, you're going to prosper. You're going to have your breakthrough moment. You got to keep the faith. You have to believe. And even if it doesn't look like what you anticipated it to look like, because like I said, for many of you, it's not going to look how you imagined it. But you have to trust that that breakthrough moment is specifically orchestrated exactly how it needs to be. And then in relation to the second dream that I had regarding a breakthrough, it was my current house, and a storm came through, but the structure still stood. However, one side of the home was split open to the point where you could see the daylight. So it's kind of like peeling a banana. It had been broken. So meaning literally you can just stick a bulldozer up there and just pull the sheet down like it's one side. And this is the side that's not supposed to, your house is not supposed to be able to just be peeled like a banana. And so it's a breakthrough. But in that house being broken, you could see daylight. You could see the day. And the house still stood. So it wasn't destroyed in the storm. It was damaged, but it wasn't destroyed. And I just remember in this dream thinking, oh, I'm not sad because I see my children out here just doing risky stuff because they're, younger. And they're climbing on the outside of this house that's, the part that's broken off. And I'm like, get down. Don't do that before you hurt yourself. And they got down. But then I immediately had this joyful spirit in this dream, and I'm filled with a spirit of joy because I think to myself, he's provided again. It was a storm, a major storm, and my house is still standing. That means that I can do I'm going to be able to file an insurance claim. I'm going to be able to build again. And that's the part that speaks. Your house has withstood these storms. This is the message. Your house has withstood the storms. And in order for you to receive your breakthrough moment, you got to be obedient to what it is that he's calling you to do so that you can rebuild. You will rebuild, but it's going to be specific to your obedience and your faithfulness in him. It's not going to come by way of your hand, but it's going to come by way of your obedience, your faithfulness, and him providing the resources for you to be able to rebuild whatever area you're looking for a breakthrough in. So be mindful. Don't quit. Don't give up. And relative to those that are seeking the supernatural hand of our Father in heaven, not just your ordinary gifts of favor, but once in a lifetime gifts of favor with abundance. This is what that's talking about. Those moments where you don't know where it's going to come from, but you know deep down in your heart, in your soul, that it's going to happen, that he's going to supply it. And so you have to keep that supernatural faith. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what the whoever says. They're not the ones in control. And that's, that leads me into another dream that I had, but they're not in control. You have one pilot, or you should have one pilot, because for some of you, that's what your hindrance is. But for those of you that are giving it to him, stop trying to get in there and co-pilot. Our Father does not need a co-pilot. Let him do his work. And so I was led to Hebrews 11:30 for this particular message. And so I'm flipping for you guys. If you have a Bible, please grab it. Turn with me to Hebrews 11 verses 30 through 35. And I'm working one hand, guys, so thanks for bearing with me. Okay, I'm getting there. All right, so we are in Hebrews chapter 11. Okay. One more page over. All right. And it reads, guys. All right, so Hebrews chapter 11, verse 30 through 35. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell down after they encircled for 7 days. By faith, the harlot Rahab did not perish with those who did not believe when she had received the spies with peace. And what more shall I say, for the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and Barak and Samson and Jephthah, also of David and Samuel and the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, worked righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fires, escaped the edge of the sword, out of the weakness of, and were made strong, became valiant in battle, turned to flight the armies of the aliens, and women received their dead and raised to life again. Women received their dead, raised to life again. So for many of you, this particular subject matter is telling you to have faith. If you lack faith, seek him for the strength that you need through fasting and praying. Pray for yourself. Pray for the strength and the endurance that you need in alignment with what he instructs you to give up, in addition to the food and the drink, if that's what he's calling you to do. But you have to do what he's asking you to do. And so the second scripture that he led me to was the First Chronicles 4:9. First Chronicles 4:9. So once again, turn there with me. Okay. First Chronicles chapter 4. Let's get there. Okay. First Chronicles 4, 9 through 10. And it reads, Now Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, Because I bore him in pain. And Jabez called on God of Israel, saying, Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, and that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. And so God granted him what he requested. For many of you, your breakthrough is right there. The resources that I was just telling you are going to come out of nowhere. It's not going to be by the work of your own hand. He sees you. He hears you. It's not done in vain. You are not praying amiss. You are in alignment, but do not give up, because at that very last moment when you think that that's it, he is going to blow your mind. And so, like I said, this message is not for everybody, but those of you that it's for, I just encourage you to take it back to our Father in heaven with prayer and ask him what it is that he wants to stand out from this message. What is it that he's allowing you to resonate? What is he confirming from this message for you? But your breakthrough moment is there, guys. Don't quit. And as always, I pray for you guys. I prayed for you before you even got to this video. I thank you for watching it to its entirety. I also want to offer and extend the opportunity for you to, if you feel like you would like to work with me one-on-one, visit the link in my bio where you can utilize my website to send me a message through the portion on the homepage where you can contact me directly, and then just look at the services and things that I have to offer through the works and the ministries that he's allowed me to steward well over through the use of my gifts. And then if you feel led to sow or donate to this ministry and these works, then please just hit that donate button on the bottom of that web page as well. And so, guys, I look forward to continuing to record more messages for you guys as they come. And as always, I pray nothing but the best of success in all that you do. And I pray that you grow in grace as well. And I look forward to the next message with you guys. Take care.